Do you know what is the shortest distance between 2 points? Now that is exactly what we are going to find out in this video. But the shortest distance between a house and the dog who lives in that house. In this, we will also learn about the Pythagoras theorem concept as well. So let us get started and ensure that the dog reaches the house, but not in any manner, but through the shortest route only. So first things first, there are certain things that are already given to us in this problem. So we know that this is a house and this is a dog over here. Now there are three distances that are given to us. This first one is the horizontal distance of 65 meters. Then there is a vertical distance of 60 meters. And then again a horizontal distance of 15 meters. So now these three distances are given to us and we have been asked to identify the shortest path to the dog. Right. Now, the dog can reach the house through this route as well. But will it be the shortest? No. Then the question which I asked in the beginning as to what is the shortest route, the shortest route between any 2 points is basically a straight line. Yes, you heard me right. The shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line. Now, how can you draw the straight line between the house and the dog? So if this is the dog and this is basically the dog over here and the house over here, so we will have to draw a straight line over here. This is basically the distance which we are asked to identify. Now, how to do that? So in order to do that, we need to know something known as the Pythagoras theorem, which of course I will tell you. So before that, to identify this distance, what I am going to do is, I am going to extend this line over here. Till where? Till this point. So if I project this point over here, this is the point that I get on the ground. So I will extend this line over here up to this point. Now, guys, can you tell me what is the distance? This distance, what is this distance? Now, this distance will be the same as this distance. So, what is this distance over here? It's 15 meters. So, here also, this distance will be 15 meters. I hope that's clear. Now, we need to also understand what is this total distance from point A. If I name this A, if I name this B, and if I name this C, I want to also know the entire distance AB. I want to know the distance AB. So if I name this point D over here, right? So AB will be what? It is AD plus DB. So AD we know is what? It is 65 meters. DB we know is what? Is 15 meters. So we get that the distance of AB, and the distance of AB comes out to be 80 meters. So basically, so far we have understood the distance of AB, the total distance AB is 80 meters. So my diagram now is going to change a bit. My diagram, instead of writing 65 and 15 alone, I am going to now write that this distance here is a total of 80 meters. I hope that is clear. Now, I need to also identify this distance CB. So, my distance AB is 80. Now, let me identify this distance CB. What is this distance CB? This distance CB is equal to this 60 meters because it is exactly parallel and perpendicular as well. So, this distance CB I know is going to be 60 meters. So now what have I identified? I have identified this distance AB as well as this distance CB, right? Now I want to identify the shortest path of the dog to the house, which is AC. This is what I want to know. Let us name it as X. So what is this distance? Distance AX is nothing but the distance of the line AC, right? So we can basically clearly identify that we have now created a triangle something like this, in which we know that this distance AB is 80 meter, this distance BC is 60 meters, and we need to identify this distance AC, which we are calling it as x. Right. Now here comes the use of Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? See, in Pythagoras theorem, you identify it is applicable first of all in only that triangle which is a 90, which has a 90 degree in it, which is a right angle triangle. So this line which is perpendicular over here is basically at 90 degree. So this triangle is basically known as a right angle triangle. Why? Because one of the angle of the triangle is 90 degree. What is the total angle of the triangle? 180. So the remaining 90 degrees covered over this angle and this angle. But we are interested in one angle, that is this, which is 90 degrees. So this triangle becomes a right angle triangle. Now in a right angle triangle, this side AB is the base. This side CB is the perpendicular. It is basically the perpendicular, right? And this side AC, which is there, or which we have denoted with x, is basically the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse. Now, what is the relationship between the base perpendicular and the hypotenuse? See, let's understand this. According to the Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse square is basically equal to the square of the base plus the square of the perpendicular. This is what the Pythagoras theorem is. So we can clearly understand that it means that hypotenuse is what? This is hypotenuse AC. So we can write AC square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. What is the base? Base is basically this distance AB. So we will write over here AB square plus perpendicular square. What is perpendicular? This is the perpendicular BC. So plus BC square. Now we need to identify AC. So we will write it as it is because we don't know it. AC square will be AB square plus BC square. Now what is AB? AB is basically 80 square. AB is 80, so it will become 80 square. BC is 60, so it will become 60 square. So our AC square will become how much? Our AC square will become 80 square plus 60 square. Now what is 80 square? 80 square means 80 into 80. I hope that's clear. Right. So 80 square equals 80 into 80. So you multiply 8 into 8, which gives you 64. You add one 0 and another 0 over here. So it will give you 6400. This is 80 square. Same way, if I have to identify 60 square, this is 60 into 60. Multiply 6 into 6, that is 36. Add the two zeros. So this will become 3600. So my AC square becomes 6400 plus 3600. Now what is 6400 plus 3600? It is basically 10,000. So my AC square actually becomes how much? It actually will become 10,000. So my AC square is 10,000. Now, if I want to find out how much is AC, I will have to take square root of 10,000. I hope that is clear. So how to do that? We have to basically write down AC square is equals to 10,000. Therefore, AC is equal to what? Under root of 10,000. So under root of 10,000 is what? Basically, it is 100. So 100 into 100, I can write this. Let me show you. This also gives me under root of 100 square. So root and square gets cancelled. So I get to know that AC is equals to 100 meters. Now this is nothing but the x which we wanted to find out, and this is basically the shortest distance between the dog and the house. So this is how you calculate the shortest distance between any 2 points, which is nothing but the straight line. But the straight line in this case was the hypotenuse. So we have seen the Pythagoras theorem, which is nothing but hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. That is how you solve this problem. So for more such concepts and solving of puzzles and mathematics problem, and wait for the video, every 2 times every single week. Make sure you hit that bell icon so that you are notified whenever we are live or whenever we bring out a video. Thank you.